Loki Season 2 teaser dropped a few hours ago, and I have to say, Loki is burdened with glorious purpose, carrying the MCU right now.
Always have been. Always will be.
This is actually the only MCU show I'm most excited for, and after the devastating ending of Secret Invasion, I'm not even getting my hopes high on this one. I just think that this will be better and more epic than Season 1 of Loki. The fact that Loki is centered around everything with the multiverse saga is enough to consider that Season 2 will be great. It got referenced in Across the Spider-Verse, with the sacred timeline, and now Loki seems to be time-slipping, very similar to the glitching in the Spider-Verse movies. But the difference may be that, the glitching is just actually glitching while being in the same dimension, whereas time-slipping seems to be related to getting teleported to different points in time, and possibly different dimensions, which shouldn't be happening in the TVA, as it is immune from the space magic and manipulations of the time stream, where time flows differently. Now since He Who Remains got killed, the TVA became vulnerable to the stream, hence Loki's time-slipping, and further the destruction of TVA. And almost all the characters are back from the previous season, like Mobius, Sylvie, Hunter B-15, Casey, Miss Minutes, and Ravonna, who seems to be one of the audience in the theater, like Loki and Mobius, hosted by Victor Timely, the variant of Kang, from the Quantumania post-credit scene, who is the original Nathaniel Richards, also known as Kang Prime, who discovered time travel in the year 3000, and 3000 is also the number that was mentioned in Endgame, and in various scenes of this teaser. This guy makes a lot of appearances, who seems to be at the premiere of a film, called the Zaniac, which is actually a swarm of demonic and parasitic creatures that originate from the Dark Dimension, which is the place Doctor Strange and Clea were headed to in the post-credits scene of Multiverse of Madness. Zaniac, being a demonic entity, needs to possess a host, and would cause them the desire to kill women. Originally, the creature was sent to Earth by Dormammu, in the late 19th century, to possess a victim, and act as his agent. Then the creature possessed a hunchback named Tom Malvern, who would kill 5 women, and would be known as Jack the Ripper. After Malvern's death, the creature went on to possess different people throughout the ages, and now ended up with Brad Wolfe, who is probably the guy we've seen in the teaser, and is the same person Loki and Sylvie were seen capturing, and will be taken to the TVA, where he might be questioned by Loki, and gets trapped in a time box, made by the Tempad, as seen in this shot, which is quite reminiscent to how Miguel O'Hara traps all the anomalies of spider villains in Across the Spider-Verse. Zaniac is also one of the worst Thor villains, so the appearances of Thor and Doctor Strange are likely, or maybe he is just a former TVA agent, from whom Loki and Sylvie need something. And in this shot we can see Loki holding a stopwatch, that was teased earlier in the poster, and seems to play a vital role this season, indicating the amount of time Loki has left, before he time-slips again. Further into the teaser, we can see the dead He Who Remains in his citadel at the end of time, and a shot of jet skis Mobius was talking about with Loki, in the previous season.
That's what I like to do, just riding around on my jet ski.
There are also multiple scenes, where the TVA is literally getting destroyed, and in this shot, Mobius is seen fixing the sacred timeline, that was branched into various timelines when Sylvie killed He Who Remains in Season 1. Finally the teaser ends with Loki and Sylvie using their combined power blast on the TVA hunters, signifying their power, when teamed up. I think that the season will primarily focus on preventing the multiversal war of Kangs, by fixing the sacred timeline before it's too late, but at the end everyone might fail to do so, and the consequences lead up to Deadpool 3, Kang Dynasty, and Secret Wars. Season 2 is going to be utterly magnificent and breathtaking. The fact that it all started from Endgame and would be leading up to Deadpool 3 further into the saga, is just glorious.
Come on. What did you expect?
Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.